Do you remember yesterday when I said that it can't get any worse? I really hope it doesn't get any worse than this. In fact, I know it can't get worse than this. Well, I kind of wish I didn't say that because it got a whole lot worse. What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to day 3 of watching every single Superman movie until we get to Batman vs Superman, the final movie that we will be reviewing with this series. Today we are taking a look at Superman 3. This is the final Superman movie produced by Alexander and Ilya Stockheim. This film was released in June 17th, 1983 in the United States, and then it was released July 19th of the same year in the United Kingdom. This film was less successful than both of the other two Superman movies, both financially and critically. Many fans of the series complained that there was too much emphasis on the comedy, the villains were too weak, and our main boy, Christopher Reeve, played second fiddle to Richard Pryor. Following the release of this film, Richard Pryor signed a deal with Columbia Pictures worth $40 million. Do you know how much the budget was for this film? This film was $39 million. This movie made out in the box office worldwide at $80 million. When I went to watch this Superman movie, I expected it to be more Superman movie. They did one thing right in this film, which was get rid of Lex Luthor. He didn't need to be in both of the other two films. One of those films, yes. I'm glad that he wasn't in this film. I think I'd rather want him back in this film than get what we got. We got villains who don't matter. Villains whose motives were just bad. The same motivations for every villain ever, world domination. But the way that they went about it in this film was absolutely shit. The title of the film is called Superman. Not Richard Pryor and Superman. Not Richard Pryor and Friends. It's Superman. They made it a focus point to be on Richard Pryor through this entire film. They leaned way too heavily into the comedic elements of this film. They got rid of Lois Lane. After Margaret Kidder expressed her disgust about the firing of Richard's daughter, her role was completely cut down to 12 lines in this film, less than 5 minutes worth of screen time. In the film's 2006 DVD commentary, Eli said that there was no need for Lois Lane to be in this movie anymore. Her relationship with Superman ended in Superman 2. Superman and Lois Lane go together like peanut butter and jelly. Like, those two are synonymous with each other. You can't just bring in another woman for Superman to be in love with, ever. It has to always be Lois Lane. Now, one of his whole motivations. Talking about Superman, the man behind Superman, Christopher Reeve, was not happy with the film and said in multiple interviews that he was very disappointed in how it turned out. He swore to never play Superman again, but he was convinced to come back to film Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, but had way more of an input into the script this time around, making him come back to play Superman one last time. But we will be checking out Superman 4 tomorrow. I found the plot to be extremely boring in this particular film. I just didn't vibe with the plot at all. About Richard Pryor just trying to make some money. His character, Gus, just trying to make do. Finding out that he is a super genius when it comes to computers. Helping the bad guy unknowingly trying to take over the world with a supercomputer, and Superman being turned into a bad guy for the majority of this film was the wrong direction of the wrong choice. Superman cannot be a bad guy. He represents everything that's good in this world. So for the plot, I'm going to give it a 2 out of 10. I was very disappointed with the casting in this film. We have a lot of people in it who have no name, who have no value, and don't bring a value to this film in any way, shape, or form. The only reason it's going to get the score it's going to get is because Richard Pryor is in this film, and that is a 4 out of 10. Cinematography, I thought this movie looked like shit. The backgrounds didn't do me anything for me. We spent a lot of time outside of Metropolis and in Smallville, where I think that most Superman movies need to be in Metropolis. You can always go back to Smallville every now and then, but spending a majority of this time in this film in Smallville was a bad choice. And also having the whole movie revolve around Gus, Richard Pryor's character, then a Superman, it was the wrong decision. And I can't stress that enough. And for cinematography, it will get a 3 out of 10. Bringing me to entertainment, I was very, very, very bored in this film. I spent a majority of the time not really paying attention because it was just so boring. That's why entertainment will get a 1 out of 10. Bringing me to my overall thoughts on Superman 3. This is, in fact, the worst superhero movie ever made. And it will get a 2 out of 10. If you watched up to this point, I want to thank you. I want to ask you, please consider hitting that like button. Please consider hitting subscribe. Make sure you leave me a comment and tell me, did you watch this film? Have you seen this film? Do you want to watch this film? Make sure you go down in the comment section and tell me if you've seen this film. Did you like this film? Do you think it's shit? What do you think of Superman 4? Because tomorrow I'm going to be watching Superman 4. For my other 2 videos, I've made a playlist over on my channel. You can watch it right here. Right here. You can watch it right here. For all my social medias, there is a link down below. Go follow me on all social media. Whatever platform you prefer to use, I'm on there. Make sure you follow me. And I can 100% say that there is no way in hell that Superman 4 is going to be worse than this film. Or can it? We'll find out tomorrow. Until then, guys, be well, stay safe, have yourself a beautiful day, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.